Hey guys, and welcome to the latest review, which is of an Alfa Romeo Giulia 2-liter Turbo Veloce. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's how I want to pronounce it anyway. Now, we have of course reviewed the Giulia before at the launch, and I'll put the link to that video somewhere around this video. And I did the full walk around the boot and everything. So I won't do that with this car, but I will give you a few images and stuff. Look at the car. This is in Monte Carlo blue. It's an incredible color because in certain light it looks purple rather than blue. It's very interesting. The wheels are 10-spoke alloy wheels, 18 inches only, quite sensible, but they fill the wheel arches out perfectly and actually look really, really good. I actually like them. They're very sensible. Boot space, yeah, there is more than enough boot space back there. There's a little box underneath the floor panel and some door pockets, some side pockets on each side. It's reasonably practical. The interior space, yes, I've got behind myself. This seat set for me. I'm 6'2", sitting behind myself. It is possible. Back there, you've got two AC vents, a USB, a center armrest rest there as well. The only thing I would say is getting out is a little bit difficult. Somehow your feet tend to get trapped in the seat below, and it's kind of the door opening is such that it could be a little bit cumbersome. Other than that, it's pretty practical. Up front here, relatively comfortable. Let's start it up. There's a starter button there, and as we're starting this up, so I'll tell you that, and you'll see the logo come up on there. That's kind of cool. And I'll tell you that this is of course the 2-liter turbo. As I've said, is 280 brake horsepower and 295 pounds for the torque. That's 400 Newton meters. 0 to 100 in 5.7 seconds, and a top speed of 240 kilometers per hour, whilst returning 6.1 liters per 100 kilometer fuel economy, which isn't bad at all for this sort of car. The car here is around 38,000 pounds, but I'll put the UAE price on the screen as well. Now in here, it's you have that full screen over there. Now the only thing is that looks entirely blank, as you saw when it's turned on, but the screen area is actually only this bit here. I don't know why it's not covering the entire area. Also, it's not touch, and no reversing camera. So that's a couple of foibles out the way straight away for you. But other than that, AC is pretty good. You've got your USB down there. You've got this compartment here with a cup holder that closes up. There you have the controller for that. So if I turn that, you can see how that works. And then you have the DNA button, which is basically your driving mode, so dynamic being the most sportiest mode, and that's what I've got in at the moment. You've got your gear lever there, electronic parking brake. Under here you've got actually another USB, aux and power supply, reasonably useful carry box. It's all very nicely trimmed, very good looking inside. Here you've got the cowl dials, which are very evocative and very nicely done, with the center bit being digital, and if I press the button here, it cycles through the whole trip computer thing. There's controls on the steering wheel, and as you've seen, the starter button over there. So I think the best thing to do really is to take it for a little bit of a run and see what it feels like. So here we go, let's stick that 8-speed automatic into drive. You move it across, you can actually put it into sequential manual. And in fact, here are the paddles. Look at the size of these paddles. They are fixed to the steering column, so they don't turn with the steering, so you always know which one is down, which one is up. And yeah, beautifully sculpted, and you know, proper metal there. That's really, really nice. So that's really, really good. The gear lever itself, the gear knob here, I don't know why this protruding bit here has just got sharp edge. They could have just smoothed that over a little bit. Otherwise, not really a problem. Rear wheel drive, of course. So a little bit of scrabble at the back there. We are on a dirt track here at the moment, just heading out here. And I have actually, I mean, this is just going to be a short drive, but I have taken it for a little bit of a run this morning onto some A and B roads, and I gotta say, you know, it is a car that is good fun to drive. It really is. It's still, this is the inherent Alfa thing about this car, is that it retains that great response, the well-balanced handling, the eagerness that befits it, and of course even the engine note. I mean, it's not quite as melodious as the V6, but you know, if I can just give it a little bit of a boot here, out of here. Reasonably evocative, reasonably throaty and thrummy, and you get this right sort of vibe out of the car. And steering wheel, I could do with a little bit more heft and a little bit more feel to the steering, but the steering wheel itself is very nicely done. I do like these little bits of trim here. which is just kind of, it's textured, it's really nice, and just gives you a little bit more grip. It's over here as well, just in this bit here and down in this bit here. The rest of it is leather wrapped, of course, and yeah, it just gives it a very nice, interesting feel, something a little bit different from Alcantara and all the usual stuff. Generally, visibility all around is pretty good, and the size is actually pretty good as well. It's very easy to place this car and to accurately get it through slots and parking spaces and stuff like that. So that's actually really, really good. Again, being a rear-wheel drive, and I'm driving it here in wet conditions, but really it's a very stable car. There's plentiful grip, very good body control. It's very well behaved, even in the D mode, which is the sportiest mode. Haven't really had any issues with it at all. It's not so much a case of the back stepping out, but it's a case of the car being well balanced in terms of it doesn't really understeer, it pivots very nicely. So that's kind of how they've set it up, but at the same time it's not particularly wayward, so you know it's not going to get you into any kind of trouble. If you really want to do more sideways hooligan stuff, then probably the QV is the one that you want to go for. But 280 brake horsepower is plenty performance, especially for this market, and you certainly start to feel it when you put your foot down. A lot of the torque is right there. So it just spools up when the turbo kicks in at about 4 grand. You know, off it goes. So there's plentiful performance there. Good ride. Actually, like I said before, with those sensible 18-inch wheels, I'm sure certainly contribute to that. But overall, not bad. When the road surface is particularly rough, as it is sometimes here in the UK, then you get a little bit of jitteriness around those particularly harsh ruts. But overall, on motorways and general driving, it's a very comfortable car and very well damped. Really, overall, it's a very, very good car. This seat could be better for me personally. I'm just finding it a little bit, I could do with a little bit more support up here at the back and here around the neck. The contouring of the seat, it just doesn't quite fit my body shape. So I would urge you to certainly take one for a test drive and see if it works for you, see if it's comfortable. Other than that, no real problems. It's a good size, a good level of practicality with this car. Very easy to use, very easy to get on with. I've been driving around as a family car and no issues at all. But what you get on top of that is this incredible style and this class and this sense of specialness that you get with Alfa. So everything that you can pick up, any little things that you can, idiosyncrasies that you could pick up on this car, you basically immediately dismiss them once you're on the move and once you approach the car and once you lock it and walk away, because you'll always look back at it because it is such a beautiful, beautiful thing. So thumbs up for the car. Great little Alfa, and I think that you don't have to go for the QV. Personally, that's the one I would want, but you don't have to. You can still get the looks, the style, the sporty handling, even with the regular car, and indeed plenty of performance. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the review of the Alfa. Do let us know what you think of the car, of the review, of me, whatever you like, anything, just put it in the comments. And do please follow us on motoringme.com and all the social media. That's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, please do like, share, and subscribe. And you know what? Follow me as well whilst you're at it. It'd be great to see you there. Thanks so much for watching. Until the next one.